Well, thank you very much. I was really not expecting all of that, and it's always a little humbling to hear other people talk about you. But thank you very much to the CPSO and obviously to the people who nominated me. You heard quite a lot about me. I really think the recognition for this award probably came out of the time of COVID, when everything was turned upside down at the hospital, and for all of us working in healthcare, it's been a very challenging and transformative time. But the biggest thing I've learned, I think, from that time is that we have to be flexible and we have to be adaptable. And I think it's been one of the privileges of my professional life to be able to lead a group of physicians and nurses and allied healthcare people working with administration to be able to enact change when it was really needed. And when I look back at that time and how we coordinated with the emergency department, the ICUs and the medicine wards to make things work, it does make me very proud. And we all know you can't make changes like that in isolation. You have to work with a team of people. And so I just want to thank all my colleagues who've been able to make that work during that time. I particularly like to highlight the work of people in the Department of Medicine and in my division of General Internal Medicine, because they've worked tirelessly over the last few years with increasing workloads during the pandemic, and continuing workloads and continuing backup schedules, and being able to do that with good grace, good humor, and dedication and passion for healthcare has been it's been wonderful to lead a group like that. And as we heard earlier, morale is challenging at the moment, but the morale with that group of people has been good, and it's because we help each other, and that's been the most important thing. I'd like to thank my colleagues who nominated me. You heard from Dr. Lomax, who was one of my residents years ago. And it's lovely to see people you've taught become leaders themselves and gifted educators. And also from Dr. Archer, who's the chair of the Department of Medicine at Queen's, who himself has been a transformative leader and built a vibrant and collegial department and been a mentor and friend to me during that time. I've loved being part of medical education, and one of my mentors many years ago taught me 4 things that I still think about every time I teach residents and students. And one is to listen, and it's really important to listen carefully to what people want to say. The other was to try and keep things simple. We deal in complex systems all the time, but trying to make things understandable and simple for people. To think out loud with your clinical reasoning has always been an important thing for me to transmit to others. And finally, which I think is probably the most important, was be kind. Be kind to each other, be kind to your colleagues, be kind to your students is really important. I've been fortunate to live and work in 3 different countries, as you heard. I'm very grateful to Canada, because this is a great place to work. Despite the challenges in the system at the moment, it's a wonderful country to live and work in. And the most important person here that's allowed that to happen really is my wife, Elaine, who herself is a physician, and we were jointly recruited to Kingston in 2008. They really wanted her, I think, rather than so I was lucky I got the job of trying to fix a training program that was in trouble at the time. But it's been a good move for both of us. Thank you, Elaine, for your support throughout my professional career, and of course raising our children and family here together. And finally, I'd just like to thank the CPSO again for everything. This means a lot to me, but it really is on behalf of all my colleagues back home. So thanks very much.